Hi there, movie lovers. It's me, Renee, bringing the good movie juice from all over the world to your place. And what's making headlines everywhere right now? Film festivals. And a little later, you'll find out that some major muck has hit the fan. It's winter in Sydney, so that means the city's biggest film festival kicks off with a strong opening night movie called Looking for Eric from the legendary filmmaker Ken Loach. And getting its world premiere is Rachel Ward's new movie, Beautiful Kate. This is one of 12 films in the official competition that has one prize only, $60,000, the largest cash award in Australia. The full program can be found at www.sff.org.au, and it all kicks off Wednesday, June 3. Terry Hatcher is just one of the international guests who'll be there. The Cannes Film Festival lived up to its reputation of being deliciously controversial. Some high points included the fabulous fashion, the opening night film being Pixar's animated feature called Up, the life-size Bumblebee put on display to promote Transformers 2, and Aussie film Samson and Delilah winning the prestigious Camera d'Or. But it's the low points that are the most interesting, and the best one is critics' reaction to Lars von Trier's new film Antichrist. He's adamant he won't apologise for the dark thriller full of sex and violence. People booed, they walked out, and one critic called it a big fat art film fart. Can't wait to see it now. Still on Antichrist, I got an exclusive interview with the DOP of it while he was in Australia in May. Anthony Dodd Mantle is also the Oscar-winning cinematographer of Slumdog Millionaire, and at the time of this interview, Antichrist hadn't yet screened at Cannes. First of all, he made a joke.
Antichrist, it's not Antichrist, it's Antichrist. You've got Uncle Damien and Antichrist.
Then he told me this.
It's such a personal film from a complicated man. He is incredibly clever, despite, in this case, a horrendously, diabolically dark but somehow impressive story. I think some people believe very disturbed.
Well, yeah, they did. Antichrist has also stirred up a hornet's nest online. It's about a married couple recovering from the loss of a child and might hit Australian cinemas in September. OK, I'm happy to go out on a limb here and say I think I've seen one of the films that'll be a Best Picture contender in this year's Australian Film Institute Awards. My Year Without Sex is a truly beautiful movie, starring Matt Day and Sacha Hawler in what look like award-winning roles. I interviewed director Sarah Watt about her latest movie, and you know, you can see a style here. Sensitive and funny. She pulls off a wonderful combination of the two. You've got to see this movie.
You can't wear that.
Why not?
You'll freeze.
Found this site on the internet of people having sex with animals. Snakes, dogs, a horse.
Your director's statement says that you are interested in big-ticket questions set upon domestic microcosms. So what big-ticket questions do you address in this film?
I suppose, is there such a thing as good luck and bad luck? And do you deserve it when you get good luck? Or in which case, does that mean you deserve it when you get bad luck? And the whole thing about sex is meant to be also about that, you know, sex has become this thing that we're supposed to be good or bad at, unlike something we just do together with a person of choice. And, you know, they're big kind of questions that you have to face every time you go and buy some toothpaste. You know, it's that kind of thing.
Is it dead? Did we kill it?
Don't you ever marry an older man, Ruby. You go for someone who's young and hot and who's prepared to lick honey off your toes.
It's set over one very messy year. It could happen to any family. So is it a real-life experience? Where did the idea come from?
I do have a friend who had an aneurysm, and so I kind of knew what she went through, but it's not particularly about her. I guess the age I am now, I know a lot of people who are having struggles in one way or another, and so I just kind of listen, I guess, and then borrow little bits from everywhere to try and make the story as universal as possible.
Isn't faith a gamble?
No, it's fate.
Why did you stay in your frigid little fucking suburbs? Fuck!
How can the suburbs be frigid and fucking?
Adventureland. I like the sound of that already. This is a comedy, drama, romance, not a crappy rom-com, set in the summer of 1987. Some college grads find out there's a lot to learn about life in an amusement park. For some, it was the worst job they ever imagined and the best time of their lives.
My estimate for the Europe trip was a little off.
I suggest you get a job.
A summer job.
Happy graduation, kiddo.
I don't have much work experience.
James, am I pronouncing that right? James?
Yeah.
By accepting this T-shirt, you are...
Hired. Party at my house tonight. My dad's out of town.
Yeah, I'm invited.
Yep. That's why I'm telling you. What was it that initially drew you both to the script?
It's about characters that are very well defined. I mean, they're whole. It's impossible to play like, you know, a character that seems like a character and not a real person that you feel is your job, is like you're responsible for, or else you just feel sort of ridiculous. You know, you read it and you felt...
Like you knew who these people are and
Yeah.
they felt real.
Hi.
Hey.
I really want to see you tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah. Unless you got something else going on.
You're doing really good.
I jump when he jumps, just instinctively.
Where do you want to go? Not the backseat of your car.
Now, your character is pretty much like the rock star, the celebrity of this amusement park, which is kind of tragic in itself, isn't it?
It's very tragic, yeah. He's a very, very large fish in a very tiny pond. Or actually more of a medium fish in a very small puddle. Yeah. I just like the idea that there's no real villains or heroes in a movie like this. It's a movie that draws you in with complex characters, and you know, those are few and far between now. Now it may look like more of a raunchy kind of broad comedy on the outside, but it's actually got a lot of depth and insight.
Now, Jesse, your character is pretty much a younger version of the director. It's a very personal story to him, and he wrote it based on his own experience. Did you feel a little bit more responsibility because of this?
Yeah, I mean, when I first met Greg, I thought I could probably do the role, because like I felt we were kind of similar. It was really also nice to have to work with somebody who knew it better than you did, so you could, you know, use him as a resource to, you know, ask like, what were you feeling about this? Or so we talked a lot about like the central relationship in the movie with Christian. We talked a lot about like what that was like for him, and just to kind of further emotionally invest in the story.
You get to refrigerate these?
Mm-hmm. Smell weird?
Yeah.
Fry these up!
Adventureland.
You mean drinking drugs?
I think I had a bad corn dog.
Yeah, don't ever eat the corn dogs.
Flickerfest on Extra is about as good as short film entertainment gets. Not only will you see the very best short films that make it into this prestigious film festival, you get to meet their makers, and they're very interesting people. Now, Ep4 is special because it has one of my all-time favourite short films ever, made by Nash Edgerton. It's called Spider, and don't take your eyes off the screen for a second, because the ending is one of the greatest payoffs in short film history. Flickerfest on Extra Ep4 is on at 10:30 Friday night, June 5. Come on, you know you want it. Damn and blast, we're out of time again, and there's still some other stuff I want to tell you. Oh, you can always go to moviejuice.tv for more. And if you've got any money left over from Prime Minister Rudd's $900 rescue remedy, why not spend it at the cinema on a good flick? I'll see you later.